beginnings. Rosh Hashana reminds us how to interact with our world, how to make a difference today for tomorrow. Tzedek was founded over 40 years ago. It's an example of how a legal firm made it their mission to provide for individuals late in their lives who were not being looked after by anyone else. They ultimately created the largest pro bono network in the United States for survivors of the Shoah. And Tzedek has gone on to help those who are not able to defend themselves in the court of law.
I was actually born on the very same day that Hitler announced to his cabinet that the policy of Germany was going to be the complete annihilation of the Jewish population of Europe. Same day, December 12, 1941. The story that touched me the most was when I personally interviewed a Holocaust survivor, and she said, "My father and my mother, my sister and I were taken to Auschwitz with everybody else from our ghetto. And we got there, and they separated the men from the women. We never saw my father again. We were standing on the platform there waiting for what was going to happen, and some person in a German uniform announced or asked the question, 'Are there any twins here?' And my mother made the mistake of raising my sister and my hands. We were twins, and we were sent to Dr. Mengeley's clinic, and we never saw my mother again." And medical experiments were performed on her and her sister. So then I took a big swallow, and I said, "And your twin sister?" And she said, "She is alive too. But you're probably not going to be able to help her because she lives in Tucson, Arizona." I said, "If you give me your sister's name and phone number right now, I promise you I will have a lawyer at her house within an hour." And within 45 minutes, her sister was contacted, and an attorney came to her house to do her application, and they both got their reparations payment. And that was the strength of the network. When you're with a real living human being who has faced the horrors of life and then can face the joys of life after that and feel that life was worth living, that's what a huge gift that is.
My name is Alice Niro. I was born and raised in Kenya. A friend knew about a family in Dubai who needed to hire a nanny, and I accepted. I was very excited and looked forward in having this job. The first day, I watched her and see her pushing and kicking and hitting the other workers. We used to work as from 6 a.m. in the morning, and we can go and stay up until like 3 or 4 at night. I was being monitored with every single thing that I do. They were yelling at me all the time, every single minute. The grandmother came and pushed me. She hit me on my forehead. I fell because I was holding the young girl, so just protect the girl from, hurting herself. I had to hit my elbow on the floor. We used to go days or weeks without any food in our kitchen. They never paid us our salary, so we were not allowed to have money in our hands. He never allowed us to talk to anybody. Communicating with other people, it was difficult. I really felt bad, and I was just wondering when all this thing will end. So I was just afraid what will happen if I tried to run away. I really needed somebody to talk to, but there was nobody completely to talk to. When we got to America also, she told me that if I try to run away, I'll be arrested and I'll be put to jail before I will be deported back to my country. All happened over there. There was one nanny who came to assist with the children, and when she saw what I've been through, she offered to help. I was really scared. I wasn't sure if I should trust her or not. So she made some phone calls and she gave me some money. This nanny talked to one of her friends who called the FBI. 3 days after, when I get to the apartment, there were a lot of FBIs. She told me, "Okay, Alice, we will still find you." When I was still in the shelter, I met Kevin Kish. He really supported me and assisted me with my case.
Los Angeles is a major port of entry for traffickers and their victims, and there are industries and families around the world that are interested in having free labor.
When I talked to Tzedek, I also let them know that there are others who are still working in the same family, and we were all getting the same treatment.
And it was Alice's efforts. She was able to find Daisy, who had escaped a year earlier.
I wanted to escape from the beginning of my employment. You have nobody that you can trust. You don't know anyone. You don't know where to go to.
We won the case.
What they give me is freedom.
Now it's time for me to start my life afresh. There is light at the end of the tunnel.
The greatest feeling I get in representing people is that they suddenly feel that they have an equal stake in American society, that they have a right to quality legal representation.
Sí, estoy orgullosa porque algún día les podré decir a mis hijos no quedarse callados, no tener miedo.
Contenta, nos sentíamos contentas cuando ganamos porque sentí que se hizo justicia.
These are the people who are most abused in our society. We are the ones who are their voice and are able to get them justice.
Access to an attorney for our clients can mean the difference between staying in a home or becoming homeless, to eat or going hungry.
My grandparents were the kind of workers that we helped through the Employment Rights Project. My grandfather was a gardener. My grandmother cleaned houses.
My granddad was a garment worker in Philadelphia.
We are all children of immigrants.
I mean, who is there for them, really, other than Beit Tzedek? Who is there for Beit Tzedek? Really, that's up to us.
Beit Tzedek would be able to do so much more with more support.
We now need that support more than ever.
We need more money to do the work that we're doing because the need is greater than ever.
The work that we do is life-changing.
Our mission is to be there for everybody in Los Angeles when they need to pursue justice. That's our mission, that's our passion, that's what we're about.
Thank you for everyone who supports Beit Tzedek.
Gracias, Beit Tzedek, por la ayuda y que Dios los bendiga.
Gracias, Beit Tzedek.
I'm free. I can go anywhere, anytime I want and come back home. I'm working, being paid every month, and I'm just happy.